What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and the Tucker Carlson firing is getting a little more spicy. There's a couple of fronts going on right now, including leaked footage, apparently caught on a hot camera, hot mic, recorded. I don't know how this keeps happening to people. They just know it's recording, and you just wonder, like, who recorded that and released it? You know, that was clearly someone from his team. I don't necessarily think it's like the worst. I mean, it's a bad look, I suppose, but it's not necessarily the worst. Plus, new demands for the release of unredacted text messages between Tucker or from Tucker about executives because, well, they're taking credit, I guess, for his firing. So let's take a look at this. Shout out to everyone who's picked up their Mother's Day gift boxes. Probably have enough stock left for 2 days more, maybe. So if you haven't yet, we've got our Mother's Day gift box. Well, Coffee Brand Coffee, my company. We've got our Mother's Day gift boxes. They ship in these like really nice black glossy boxes, so you don't even have to wrap them. We've got the favorite kid edition. Or if you know what mom likes to drink, you can customize it. Pick light, dark roast, whatever you like. Flavored coffee, cocoa. If she doesn't like coffee, we've got 15 different organic teas. Real cacao cocoa. We've got premium candy and snacks for you to add. All sorts of stuff for you to build your Mother's Day gift box. Pick yours up today with promo code MOM, and you'll save, and you'll be done with shopping. We hope it all gets unredacted. Dominion says there's more Tucker Carlson texts about Fox executives that are yet to become public as they take credit for his firing. Dominion executives hope all of the text messages from Fox News hosts, including Tucker Carlson, that they discovered as part of their defamation lawsuit will one day become public. Dominion, the company behind the voting machines that Donald Trump claimed, made his claims about, sued Fox and essentially won $1 billion payout. As part of the lawsuit discovery, Dominion lawyers uncovered texts in which Fox hosts and journalists seemed to acknowledge their fraud claims were not true or far-fetched, but gave them airtime anyway. Fox settled the case back on April 18th before the trial was due to begin and potentially unearth more behind-the-scenes exchanges. In their first interview since a lawsuit was settled unexpectedly, Dominion's CEO was involved in the case, told Axios that they now want the full record to become unredacted. They also took credit for Carlson's firing, which came after senior Fox News executives learned what he had been saying about them in text messages that the lawsuit unearthed. Dominion did not insist on them firing Tucker Carlson as part of the settlement, but the very fact that's what resulted out of all of this, and it's traceable from the work that Dominion set in motion. Of course, I know it's in the redacted stuff, and I can't say anything about it. I hope that it all gets unredacted at some point, Shackelford, a partner at Sussman Godfrey LLP, told Axios. Houghton Yaghobzada, co-founder of Staple Street Capital, which is Dominion's private equity owner, also appeared to take credit for Carlson's firing. Quote, "I think the consequences of the entire strategy that we pursued are starting to reflect themselves." He added that Carlson's firing is much more profound than some disingenuous apology or forced statement of wrongdoings. For us to have had a meaningful impact, we had to make sure that we got that rock moving. He also claimed that Dominion did not want to settle the case at all. We made sure that the attorneys understood that the settlement was like a curse word. We didn't even want to talk about it. Well, certainly you have your price, and it was just under $1 billion, apparently. Had the trial gone ahead, it's more likely more of their comments would have come to light. A representative of Fox News said of the Dominion settlement, "We are pleased to have reached a settlement," blah, 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 blah. Well, what's interesting is now, in what seems to be like this weird kind of coordinated stuff, we have a leaked video, which is from, I guess, of course, hosted by Media Matters. So just so you know, that's an activist garbage bully organization. Let's take a look at it.
Be a slave to Fox Nation, which I don't think that many people watch anyway.
So that's part of it. He rips Fox Nation a little bit here, but again, this is off air. I think he's talking to his agent or something like that.
We're gonna because I'm like a representative of the American media now. Speaking to an exile in Romania and welcoming him back into the Brotherhood of Journalists.
Yeah, it would help us out if you wore a sweater though, because we asked him not to wear.
They want him to wear a sweater. This is what apparently, I don't know if this is about Andrew Tate. It looks like on the video shows Carlson speaking on the phone of his set of Tucker Carlson today, streaming an interview show. He's discussing preparations for an interview, which he says will act as a representative of the American media now, speaking to an in exile in Romania and welcoming back into the Brotherhood of Journalists. The person on the other end of the call asked if Carlson can wear a sweater for the interview because the subject was panicking about needing to wear a suit. Carlson became apoplectic, saying, "This is airing on a nighttime show, and I want it to look official rather than like a bro talk." The interview in question appears to be with Andrew Tate, a Romania-based right-wing social media star, whom Carlson gave a friendly August 2022 interview. So a weird Andrew Tate connection here. On Tucker Carlson today about Tate's banning from several platforms for misogynist content, Tate appeared in a t-shirt while Carlson wore a sweater. After Carlson aired part of the interview of his Fox News show, he put up a chyron that read, "Go watch the full Tate interview on Fox Nation right after the show."
Wear a suit, like he was panicking about it. So you don't have to. Tucker's gonna be looking casual. That's just how our show looks. Is that okay?
I mean, this is airing on the nighttime show, and I want it to look official. I don't want it to be like bro talk. And I, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the majority of it, like if we go like 45 minutes, it's going to be for Fox Nation.
But nobody's going to watch it on Fox Nation. Nobody watches Fox Nation because the site sucks. So I'd really like to just dump the whole thing on YouTube. But anyway, that's just my view.
I assume somebody walked in.
I'm just frustrated with it's hard to use that site. I don't know why they're not fixing it. It's driving me insane. And they're like making like Lifetime movies, but they don't work on the infrastructure of the site. Like what? It's crazy, and it drives me crazy because it's like we're doing all this extra work and no one can find it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with being mad about that. I don't think there's anything wrong. Like, Fox gave Carlson a 3 times weekly show and a documentary series on Fox Nation as it sought to make him the face of the network. But what they're really trying to do is find a way to double dip and get 2 times a payment from people. And that's just, that didn't really work with their audience. It didn't work with, the site didn't work well. I can imagine being mad if you do all this extra work and nobody can find it. And it's like, so just because he didn't like the site, apparently, I don't know. This says Fox News sudden firing of Tucker Carlson may have come down to one simple calculation. You see, it's possible all of the above, which I went through, given the issues are intertwined. For its part, Fox did not offer an explanation for Carlson's ouster in the short statement of the network put out announcing blah, 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 which leaves us in a frustrating position. We know the basic contours of how the decision was made. But we're unable to say definitively for now what led to the firing of one of the most powerful figures in American media and politics. One television veteran news executive told me they believe the decision came down to a straightforward calculation by the Murdochs, risk versus reward. There's a lot of drama and intrigue, but this is always about managing risk versus reward. I know it's not very exciting, but these decisions get made at the highest level, the executive added. A weighing of the negatives and risks to the business versus the positives and benefits. And for the Murdochs, it's easy to say how holding on to Carlson comes with much more risk than reward. Carlson's not a team player and, in fact, uncontrollable. He carries legal baggage, and the Murdochs are trying to put an end to the legal disputes they find themselves in. Well, I mean, you look at Fox News stock, it's actually kind of recovered a little bit. Over the last 5 days, it's up. Last month, it's down, but it basically recovered all of the Tucker Carlson losses because I assume the right people are investing in it now. I would assume. It's very difficult You know, it's, you know, you see Carlson's departure as being seen as some sort of inflection point. Hours after the news came of Carlson's exit broke on Monday, Donald Trump Jr., the president's eldest son, said Carlson leaving Fox changes things permanently. Well, I would think that, you know, these text messages and things like that coming out, the leaked video, you know, people still have egos, and that's what I've been saying. These people still have egos, and they're probably, you know, butthurt that Tucker, they couldn't control Tucker, and Tucker was bigger than the, you know, bigger than them essentially, and that's it. They cut him, and that's probably the long and short of it. Who knows if those text messages ever will come out? But to be honest with you, it doesn't really matter. He's already fired. There's really not much he can say in him that's gonna probably do any more damage to him. He's not gonna get double fired. So it's weird. The whole thing is weird. I suspect he'll be on Spotify on his own website, his own network, the day he's able to get out of his contract. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it, and we'll talk to you again real soon.